Okay, a quick growth update. This is take 6. I started rambling on all the others, so we'll see if I can keep this short and sweet. Here's the philodendron gigas with the new leaf almost positioned and still elongating and unfurled lengthwise before it begins to unroll. It may swing back towards the pipe a little bit more. Here is, this is basically just going to be highlighting some new leaf growth of note for me and the room. Here's the new leaf on the first cutting I ever took of a pink princess, and there is a new nice size for me splotch of pink. We'll see how big it actually is when it unfurls. I've been using, that is the first leaf entirely grown using the Growth Technologies foliage focus, by the way. Same for this new leaf on the air layered branch that is now happy as a clam and growing like a regular rubber tree. New leaf on the silver sword, quote unquote narrow form, coming out of its sheath right there. And pay attention to the sheath, because there's another silver sword with a difference that I want to point out. But this, you can see clearly the sheath and the new leaf coming out of it. There again is the P.gigas. Baby pink princess. Getting ready with another new leaf right there. And here's a silver sword with not only a new leaf sheath right there on the left, but a new growth point coming out on the right. So this might be splitting into 2 stems. That'll make me pretty happy. And on the now damaged original top piece of the first rubber plant chop, when I cut it in half, it is the leaf that was on it when I started all of this has unfurled and opened. It's that one right there, and right in front of it is a brand new leaf coming out, growing entirely after the repot and the switch to the, not the switch, but the starting of regularly fertilizing with the GT foliage focus, which I really like, but it is just way too expensive. And I moved the Rhaphidophora decursiva down to the floor to try to get its tendency to crawl. You can see way down there in the bottom, right next to the rim, underneath that petiole of the Solum, that leaf stalk, you can see the Rhapidophora's growing stem, growing horizontally, looking for a tree to climb. So I gave it some shade to try to fool it into thinking it is now below a tree, and the shoots that are growing out of that moss pole directly are what I hope will start to climb the moss pole directly. That is the game plan. We shall see if it reads the game plan. There is a new growth point on the Bipenifolium aureum from the top cutting I took. There's a new side shoot, and hopefully I'll be able to direct that better towards the moss pole and root it in more firmly. It had started to creep away, as you can see, which is one of the reasons why I cut it. They're difficult to move. The stems are very stiff and almost woody. They're a strong, strong plant. Hard to manipulate. The original pink princess, with the trunk split, one new leaf, just unfurling. It's going to get bigger. It's going to expand. And another new leaf. They always show a little fleck or two of pink, just to remind me and let me know that they still got the genes going, and they're just waiting for the conditions that get them, you know, happy as a pig and you know what. Flower on the ring of fire, and a new leaf. And a new leaf on the glorious Not growing in the direction I want you to, though. And here is the two P.gigas, philodendron gigas cuttings, cranking along. You can see the one in the back on the left is actually already gaining in height over the one on the right. The one on the right has to catch up soon. I want to try to get them to be equal height if I can swing it. It's all about coverage. And I think that's about it. This Ring of Fire pup right there is going to be on a moss pole hopefully in a week or so. Right now I'm working on a moss pole for this Adansonii right here, which I'm going to be again chopping in half in the upcoming days once the bonide gets here and I can prep its new pot with a good inoculation of the granules. And that'll do it for today.